куда техника.
Эфир, телеграм, для чат. Жёлтый эфир, узбек, Murodjon, Ahmadaliyev. Давайте быстрее, друзья, последние минутки. И все. Жёлтый эфир, чат, жёлтый эфир, узбек, чат. Hello, everyone. Welcome to fight Murodjon против Inoya. Жёлтый эфир, телеграм, чат. Кто хочет смотреть прямой эфир, нажимаете на чат. В чате написано прямой эфир. Все, друзья, Жанна Башланди. Официально. Жанна Башланди. Жанна Башланди, жёлтый эфир. Ребята. Murodjon, Ahmadaliyev, Inoya. Жанна Башланди. Let's go, guys, come on. Давайте выйдем. Начинается у нас все официально. Первый раунд. Первый раунд. Murodjon, Ahmadaliyev против Inoya. Запускаем отсчет. Жанна Башланди. Жёлтый эфир, телеграм, для чат. Пошла возня, друзья. Жёлтый эфир, телеграм, для чат. Первый раунд. Murodjon, Ahmadaliyev, Inoya.
Ahmadaliyev has waded through a series of rumored fights and rallied back after his lone career loss to finally arrive at the real thing. A win tonight would turn the pound-for-pound list upside down and undoubtedly be the biggest victory in the history of professional Uzbek boxing.
Ахмадалиев и Нова, просто там подписывайтесь и ждете, пока начнется прямо прямой эфир. То есть это реально без байта, то есть вы сможете абсолютно бесплатно посмотреть прямой эфир бокса Ахмадалиев и Нова. Просто перейдите по ссылке в описании, опять же, я напоминал. И, ну, либо в чате. Кидай.
For 11 years, Naoya Inoue has been a world champion boxer, twice undisputed, and yet somehow it still feels like some people are learning about the monster. But for fight fans in Japan, and those compelled to watch boxing with their breakfast, Inoue is the man. One of the most dazzling and vicious offensive operators, not just of our time, but maybe ever. Tonight, Inoue has a chance to effectively clear out another division and clear a lane for an end-of-year clash with Alan Picasso and a date at the Tokyo Dome next year with Junto Nakatani. Of late, the monster has looked human, if only for brief moments, suffering knockdowns at the hands of Ramon Cardenas and Luis Neri. But the result was ultimately the same as it ever was. Can Inoue add another clip to his legendary highlight reel, or will tonight be the night the scary story finally comes to an end?
くありがとうございました。どうぞお直りください。
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the IG Arena here in Nagoya, Japan for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Ohashi Promotion in association with Taken Promotions and Matchroom Boxing. What ends this undisputed world title showdown is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman and the supervisor is Michael George. The WBA President in attendance, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, Supervisor Jose Oliver Gomez, and the WBO President Gustavo Olivieri, Supervisor Leon Penancillo Jr., and the IBF President Daryl Peoples, Supervisor Massimiliano Bianco. Now we introduce our three judges scoring this bout from ringside. From the United States, Mike Fitzgerald. From Puerto Rico, Eduardo Martinez. And from Mexico, Juan Carlos Elayo. And introducing our referee in charge of the action, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions from Hungary, Vince Kovats. Our fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed super bantamweight championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Nagoya, Japan, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the defending world champion fighting out of the red corner, truly a superstar of boxing today. Wearing white trunks with black trim, hailing from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan. He weighed in at 121 3/4 pounds or 55.2 kilograms. With a tremendous record of 30 wins, no losses, he has 27 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making his 26th consecutive world title appearance. Here is the renowned star of the sport, boxing sensation, and pound-for-pound great. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the four-division world champion, boxing's pride of Japan, the current hard-hitting, undefeated, reigning and defending, undisputed, super bantamweight champion of the world, introducing Naoya, the Monster Inoya! The challenger ready to go, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with black trim, hailing from Namangan, Uzbekistan. He weighed in at a ready 121 1/4 pounds or 55 even kilograms. His record stands at 14 wins, 1 loss, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. And tonight he is in his 6th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's battle-ready challenger and acclaimed interim WBA Super Bantamweight title holder. Here is the 2016 Olympic bronze medalist and the former unified WBA and IBF Super Bantamweight champion of the world, introducing Murodjon, MJ Ahmadaliyev. Once again, referee in charge, Vince Kovats, now to give instructions. Right, gentlemen, all receiving instructions in the dressing room, so you know what I expect. Good, clean, professional fight, protect yourself, resist my command. Good luck, Tashima.
As we take a look at the tail of the tape for our main event, you see the physical advantages that MJ Ahmadaliyev will carry into the ring here tonight. The tale of the monster, the tale of the boogeyman. Only one will prove to be true here tonight. Only one man will leave as Super Bantamweight champion. Round 1, scheduled for 12.
Corey, MJ Ahmadaliyev has spent the last 2 years telling anyone who will listen that Inoya Inoue has been ducking him. That's the story he's been telling the public. Most importantly, that's the story he has been telling himself. But you saw in the introduction, Inoya Inoue did the Aaron Pryor gloved fist point to let him know it is monster time. Now, the tagline for this fight is, be careful what you ask for. Like you just said, only one of these people is right in their assertion. But the one thing we do know, Corey, is that this is the biggest showdown between a monster and an MJ since Michael Jackson's Thriller video.
So in a way, in the opening 10 seconds of this bout, breaking through, been at a relative standstill ever since. But you saw in that moment, Morgan, one of the many calling cards of Inoue, the ability to close ground in an instant, just the force speed to step in with that heavy jab.
Yeah, you'll see Ahmadaliyev has the physical strength advantage. Like if they had a push-up contest or a bench press contest, a caber toss contest, something like that, Ahmadaliyev would win. But the explosiveness, in every fight in his career, that advantage has gone to Inoya Inoue. Just the speed and the suddenness to him that no matter how good you are, people can't quite prepare for.
Very quiet opening rounds would not be unusual for Inoue, even in instances where you think that his opponent is hopelessly overmatched, which is not the case here tonight.
Yes.
But even against Lee Jun Kim, not exactly an electric start, but Inoue maybe a little bit busier than usual here in the opening round.
And look how fast that jab comes when he throws it. You know, one of the questions I had going into this fight was, we know that Ahmadaliyev too tends to start conservatively and get into a rhythm as the rounds pass, but at the same time, the times we've seen Inoue hurt, it's been early in fights. So how do you reconcile this apparent early vulnerability with the fact that you, as Ahmadaliyev, don't like to start fast?
Right hand there from Inoue. Ahmadaliyev has been telling reporters he's predicting a stoppage victory here tonight. He says, let's see how Inoue reacts when I hit him for the first time. Good left hook there from Inoue. Ahmadaliyev falling short, gets cracked with a left hook. And a devilish stare from Inoue as he heads back to the stool.
Yes, the difference in speed is glaring. And the puzzle now Ahmadaliyev is going to have to solve is, can he find some timing that can trump Inoya Inoue's speed? Because those jabs are coming faster than Ahmadaliyev can react to them. Those check hooks are coming faster than Ahmadaliyev can react to them. And none of those, that is not incidental. That's not something you can wish away. That's something he's going to have to deal with.
2018年3月、戦績は15戦14勝1敗。この14勝には11勝の KO 勝ちが含まれております。2回目。Now round 2.
Round 2 underway, an excellent start for the monster, Inoya Inoue. See what adjustments Ahmadaliyev can make here. Beginning in the second round. Generally speaking, you know that Ahmadaliyev is in a rhythm, Morgan, when he is landing that left hand to the body.
Yes. You see Ahmadaliyev probing with that jab, but again, when Inoue answers with his jab. Just the speed with which it gets from point A to point B is a different league from what Ahmadaliyev can offer.
Ahmadaliyev, obviously extremely crafty. We've talked about his Olympic and amateur pedigree. The question that a lot of observers had coming into this fight, Morgan, is can Ahmadaliyev make up that perceived gap in terms of explosiveness?
Yes.
Not necessarily overall athleticism, as
Yep.
you said, but quickness.
Yep.
Good right hand to the body from Inoue.
Right now you can see him seeing if he can figure out how to do that.
Talk about Ahmadaliyev's need to get to the body. Now we see Inoue find the shot with his power hand that Ahmadaliyev, I'm sure, is hoping to get going.
Well, Ahmadaliyev's other problem too now is what you're seeing is that Inoue is also using that speed, that explosiveness, that suddenness on defense. And when Ahmadaliyev tries to answer these quick punches from Inoue, Inoue's not there.
And when you're blessed with the foot speed that Inoue has, you could do that in the safest way possible. The safest thing you could do defensively in boxing is just to step out.
Yes.
But Inoue could do that and be right in your face
Yeah.
milliseconds later.
Right, Corey. And Ahmadaliyev, like most fighters, high-level fighters, he's used to people that can do one or the other. You're here with someone that does both. You're in a dilemma.
And Ahmadaliyev with a staunch belief in his power. Feels that if he can touch Inoue, he's not certain that Inoue can handle it. If that is the case, it would take just one shot. Ahmadaliyev, 11 knockouts in his 14 wins. We are at a standstill as the bell sounds and we head back to the corners. Round 3 begins, and as you saw in the replays, there were times in that round when Ahmadaliyev was starting to get a little bit closer to Inoue, trying to work his way to the inside perhaps.
His problem is the price he's paying to get close, like right there. He's leaning in. Inoue pops him with a straight right. And if you've seen Inoue fight and followed him, you know that his strength, beautiful right hand there from Inoue. His strength is his calling card, Corey. You see the build on him, the muscle mass, even at 122 pounds. Just quick 1-2 from Inoue. But Corey, if you've seen his strength and conditioning highlight reel on YouTube, his training runs a spectrum, Corey. From functional, he's the guy doing kettlebell swings on a Bosu ball, but he's also doing preacher curls, our favorite exercise, which is why those biceps look the way they do. He's also doing weighted vest runs in the snow. So like raw physical conditioning is never Ahmadaliyev's problem. And Inoue acknowledges as much. He said the only thing you could say that is intimidating about Ahmadaliyev is his physicality and power, which is a backhanded way of saying I'm not impressed with his skills.
Well, the put it even more succinctly, Ahmadaliyev, when he was asked by Tom Gray of Ring Magazine earlier this week what his best weapon in this fight would be, he said, "My body is my weapon." He looks for an uppercut through the middle there.
Yeah, you saw him land that Canelo Alvarez hook to the body to start the sequence. A short sequence, that was his best sequence of the fight, but Inoue answered quickly, emphatically.
Right hand to the body from Inoue. Got a little bit more daring there. Tried to wipe the table with a left hook up top. The right hand downstairs as Inoue, that frame defense, offering a different picture to Ahmadaliyev, standing right in front of him, daring Ahmadaliyev. There's Ahmadaliyev looking for the left hand to the body. Doesn't quite get there clean, but it does initiate somewhat of an exchange, albeit won by Inoue. Nice double jab there a moment ago. Seconds will tick away in the round. Another glare from Inoue as we take a look at the jam-packed crowd here at the IG Arena.
Corey, Ahmadaliyev threw that left hand with the conviction of a guy who thought he had his shot. That was his home run swing. He threw it like he thought he had the shot that Cardenas had, that Luis Neri had early in their fights with Inoue. But what I've been curious to see is how Inoue makes that adjustment. Let's look at the replay. We have noticed Inoue keeping that right hand high. He is determined not to walk into another counter left hand. Not this fight, not like in the last one. You see him stabbing, spearing Ahmadaliyev to the body with that right hand. Which is what the textbook says an Orthodox fighter is supposed to do against a southpaw.
Round 4 begins. This undisputed super bantamweight title clash. Now Inoue and MJ Ahmadaliyev. So Inoue continues to go to the right hand of the body. Ahmadaliyev, at least briefly, changing his level a little bit, dipping at the knees. Get a little lower, perhaps, maybe taking away Morgan that route to the body.
Yes. And Corey, you referenced Ahmadaliyev's quote in Ring Magazine this week saying his body is his weapon. And here's Inoue going straight at the point that Ahmadaliyev thinks is his strongest, going straight to the body.
Rather than his body being a weapon, his body is a target, presently, particularly for the right hand of Inoue. Left hand there from Ahmadaliyev. That one broke through.
You saw how quick the reply came from Inoue. It's the problem that Ahmadaliyev has had so far in this fight. Is that Inoue's first in most of the exchanges, but he's also last in most of these exchanges. So even when he manages to land it, Inoue still gets the last word.
Inoue dancing another way of that right hook from Ahmadaliyev. As we know, the speed and the power of Inoue, it forces you to be honest on all of these feints as well. Something like that might happen. If he's telling the truth and he launches the right hand,
yes,
it looks like that.
And also, Inoue just seems to have Ahmadaliyev right there, just thinking a little bit. Yes. Because he's so worried about that body attack, Corey. When Inoue changes levels and goes back upstairs, Ahmadaliyev is vulnerable.
men landing with their backhand in that exchange, but Inoue sprinkling in a few more shots. Here, the 10-second clapper. The action now picking up in this world title fight. One last attempt at a right hook there from Ahmadaliyev as we head back to the corners.
Correct. I think that was another case where that might have been Ahmadaliyev's best round, but it still was not an Ahmadaliyev round. And you see Inoue get home once again with that straight right hand. He hasn't been able to miss with that punch tonight, whether it's been to the body or the head. That might be Ahmadaliyev's best punch of the fight. His problem is he hasn't been able to do it consistently enough so far. Or to do it without catching a reply from Inoue so far.
Round 5 begins. And although Inoue obviously had success in that 4th round, Morgan, it is perhaps, if you're looking for positive signs from Ahmadaliyev in that round, it was that he was willing to enter that exchange to land that left hand, and that may be the decision he has to make in this fight.
Yeah, because of the disparity in speed, I don't know any other way right now.
Right hook there from Ahmadaliyev. Tries to double it up. Back comes Inoue, and Ahmadaliyev now waving the monster in.
Yeah, that might be his best way back into this fight, Corey, is to take his chances on catching Inoue during an exchange.
Sharp right hand again there from Inoue. Body shots from Ahmadaliyev. Both men acknowledging one another. It's like we're playing a game of catch with power shots right now. Loving right hook there from Ahmadaliyev. He is by far having his most success here in this round.
Yes, or taking on the rhythm of a glory kickboxing match. You go, I go, you go, I go.
A rhythm that both men, at every other point in their career, would feel very confident about it, and right now look like they are as well.
Yeah, in that rhythm, each guy is confident that they got the power to get the job done.
Final minute of round 5. Best round of the fight thus far for Ahmadaliyev, whether you have a scored for him or not.
Inoue missed there with the right hand a few seconds ago. Did not miss with that sequence at all.
That's a fantastic left hook from Inoue, but again, credit to Ahmadaliyev trying to come right back. Nothing as impactful as that sweeping left hook, but a reply nonetheless as Inoue walks him into another right hand. Digs the right hand to the body, does Inoue. Tempo really picking up here. And one final right hand. And a menacing grin on the face of Inoue.
Ahmadaliyev with an authoritative jab. Just missing with that roundhouse left. Here's Inoue back to doing what he does. 1 and 2, and he lands that left hook, whiplashes Ahmadaliyev's head. There's that sequence one more time. Probably the best sequence of the round. And again, and that's been Ahmadaliyev's problem all night. That every time he has some success, here's Inoue with the last word.
A very interested observer lurking at ringside in Junto Nakatani.
And Junto Nakatani looks like he goes to the same tailor as Naoya Inoue. That might be the exact same blazer. Don't you hate when you go to the club and somebody's wearing the exact same thing as you?
Terrible. Crowd getting a little bit more vocal here in Nagoya.
And here's Inoue too, doing another veteran smart guy tactical move. Whenever Ahmadaliyev thinks he's going to do something, whenever Ahmadaliyev or thinks he's going to rest, Inoue back on that jab, just to disrupt him, just to give him something to think about when he thinks he's going to regroup. Right there.
Planting his feet at times to stand
Yes.
right in front of Ahmadaliyev.
Yeah, now here's Ahmadaliyev going backwards or at least circling the perimeter of the ring, and I don't think that's what he wants to do. Unless he's being forced to do it, or unless he has to take a minute to think about something.
Anyway, look at that hybrid right hand. Half hook, half uppercut. Just misses with that pull counter.
And Inoue's been trying to land that all night too. He's been coming up just short.
This right hook there from Ahmadaliyev. A downward arcing hook. That could be a dangerous shot for him. There it is again.
It's effective when people try to put on the earmuffs, as we've seen. But again, here's Inoue just answering back.
Ravaging the body of Ahmadaliyev, who shells up.
I lost count, Corey. That was at least 6 shots to the body.
Make it 7. Final 20 seconds of the round. Ahmadaliyev has his brief moments, but back comes the monster. More body work from Inoue. And that'll do it for the round.
This Inoue unloading with both hands to the body, and if you're MJ Ahmadaliyev, that's what has to be so frustrating about tonight, is that every time you make a little bit of progress, Inoue has an answer. And not just an answer, like he puts something on you that you're going to remember between rounds.
Round 7 begins. Inoue again, just standing and daring Ahmadaliyev to take his chances as he goes right back downstairs with the right hand. Ahmadaliyev has yet to find a consistent rhythm. Body work there from Ahmadaliyev, brings an uppercut through the middle.
Well, here's the other problem if you're Ahmadaliyev, Corey, is that you spent the last 2 years convincing yourself that Inoya Inoue is afraid of you. Now, 6.5 rounds into this fight, you understand this man is not afraid of you. Doesn't mean you can't get anything done, but just this one big psychological, emotional weapon you thought you had, you realize you do not have. And you're starting from zero now.
The question is, does he still have that self-belief in his power?
Yes.
Because clearly, Inoue is not going to back down. That doesn't mean that he's impervious to every shot that Ahmadaliyev can accord.
Yeah, those are two very different things.
The footwork of Inoue dancing in and out again, placing that right hand to the body. It's been a masterclass in how to use that long-range right hand to the body against a southpaw.
Yes.
Certainly Ahmadaliyev's with squared up
sekin hujumga o'tyapti. Qarshi hujumda tutish kerak endi Murodjon. Bitta zarba chap qo'lda. O'sha zarbani kutyapti to'g'risi Murodjon ham.
Qadrli do'stlar, translyatsiya bosh homiysi Artikul kabel yulduzlar tanlovi. Translyatsiya rasmiy homiysi Argen Finans Bank. Ishlaymiz endi Murodjon. Qanaqa urinish?
Uchtalik seriya.
Ikkitasi himoyaga tegdi.
Ochilishini kutyapti Murodjon, lekin raund yakunlanyapti. Foydalanish kerak. Yana uchtalik seriya. Inoya o'ng qo'l jeb o'tdi Murodjon. Shu yerda tutaylik, shu yerda ushlaylik. Oyoq harakatlari faol, futbol ajoyib. Inoyada yaxshi o'tib yubordi. Kuchli zarba. Lekin zarba ta'sir qilmadi ushbu zarba. Yana seriya Inoya. Kuchli zarba. Yaxshi o'tkazib oldi. O'ng qo'lida faqat o'ng qo'lida chap qo'lini o'sha tushirmayapti zarba yo'llayotganda Inoya. Yana seriya Inoyada. Kulik. Navbatdagisi. Javob kerak. Murodjon, javob kerak. Bu raund ham ortda qoldi do'stlar. Oldinda 3 ta raund bor. 3 ta raund. Bank fiyasi Murodjon. Qarang, qanday seriyani ijro etyapti Inoya. Bu esa Murodjondan javob edi, lekin shu joyda tuta oldi uppercut zarbasini.
Описание стрима написано бой, там нажимаете эту ссылку. И там есть ссылка на сайт, нужно пройти регистрацию и сразу можно бесплатно.
Demak do'stlar, 10-raund. Olga Murodjon va Baktiyor. Yana tanaga kuchliliklarda yo'llayapti Inoya.
Ochiq qolgan nuqtasini aniq mo'ljalga olyapti Inoya.
Seriya. Inoya oldi. Faol oldi qo'l tinmayapti Inoyada. Yaxshi. Mana bo'larkan-ku Murodjon. 3 ta aniq zarba yon tomondan yo'llangan.
sekundan dalib turishyapti.
Qo'l yon tomondan yo'llangan zarba ham Inoyda rang-baranglikni ko'ryapmiz. Yaxshi tuta oldi. Murodjon. Yaxshi. Orqa qo'l o'tkazib oldi. Murodjon. Yaxshi, yetkazib oldi bu safar ham.
Ulardan javob
Biroz kuchli. Yo'naltirish kerak kuchli zarbani.
so'nggi soniya.
Va 10-raund ham o'z poyoniga yetdi do'stlar. Chempionlik raundlari qoldi.
Arenaga qarang. Arena liq to'lgan. Mana shu o'ng qo'l teganda, yaxshi teganda bormi? Chap berib qoldi, qarang, e'tibor bering. Mana.
Biroz yetga aralashdi-da o'sha zarbachi. Gördüngiz ha? Qocha olyapti. Aynan o'sha chap qo'l krosidan, hukidan qocha olyapti.
Hatta o'rgangan har ikkisi bir-birini.
11-raund. Murodjon. Yaxshi, ustalik, seriya. Inoya ehtiyot bo'lish kerak. Mana endi oldinga boradigan tanla Murodjon, lekin tushunib turibmiz, oson emas.
Raqib ham oddiy bokschi emas.
Raqib ham Pramoy emas, Inoya.
Albatta. Inoya uchun ham shunday.
Yaxshi kutib olgan edi o'ng qo'l bilan Murodjon. Bo'lishi lozim.
Esada o'tamiz, qadrli do'stlar. Kattalar o'rtasidagi jahon chempionati Argentina mezbonlik qilayotgan ushbu sport anjumanining final bosqichi, unda bir qator vakillarimiz bugun jang qilishadi. Uni ham tomosha qilishga taklif etamiz barchangizga. Jangga o'tamiz. 1 daqiqa.
Jiddiy bosim qilyapti Inoya, to'xtashni istamayapti. Jiddiy bosim kerak. Bunday texnikasi yuqori bo'lgan bokschilarga imkon bermaslik kerak. Bosim. Albatta, himoyani mustahkam ishlagan holda qarama-qarshi zarbalar, yaxshi o'ng qo'l Murodjon Ahmadaliyev. Yana seriya Inoya va shu palladan 11-raund o'z yakuniga yetyapti do'stlar. Bir raund qoldi. Albatta, bir raundda uddalasa bo'ladi. Finish kerak deyapti baribir. Eshitdingizmi? O'zbek power. Demak, so'nggi raund do'stlar Murodjon Ahmadaliyev Inoya qarama-qarshiligi. Mutlaq chempionlik kamarlari uchun 55 kilogramm oldinga boryapti Inoya. Ikkilik yaxshi o'ng qo'l yon tomonga yo'llangan zarba. Ahmadaliyev navbatdagi 3talik seriya javob qaytardi Inoya.
Arena yo'lyapti qadrli do'stlar.
Tanaga zarba. Ikkilik. Mana seriya Inoyadan. Ikkilik Inoya orqa qo'l aniq bo'ldi. Yaxshi kutib oldi. O'ng qo'l cross. Ahmadaliyev, uppercut, Inoya. Yaxshi ikkilik zarbani amalga oshirdi Ahmadaliyev. Uppercut, yaxshi o'ng qo'l yon tomonga yo'llangan zarba. Shuni chap qo'lda ko'raylik. Bitta kuchli zarba. Murodjon bir yarim daqiqa qoldi Murodjon. Bitta kuchli vardi zarba. Lekin imkon bermayapti Inoya. Mana tayyorlaganda bu zarbani kutganda tayyorlaganda
harakatlari kuchliga Inoya o'sha ham yo'llab qo'yapti zarbalar hozircha Ahmadaliyevga.
to'xtashni istamayapti Inoya. Yaxshi qarama-qarshi zarbalar. Ikkilik. Navbatdagisi Ahmadaliyev. 30 soniya. Chap qo'l tayyorlagan zarbasi 3talik seriya. So'nggi 10 soniya. Oldinroq kerak edi shu zarba. Va do'stlar, jang o'z yakuniga yetdi. Murodjon jiddiy raqibga qarshi. Pound for pound yetakchisiga qarshi.
Do'stlar,
Mutlaq chempionga qarshi munosib jang olib bordi albatta.
rasmiy ma'lumotlarga quloq tutamiz. Butun O'zbekiston xalqini mana shu ajoyib jangni tomosha qilganligi uchun minnatdorchilik izhor etamiz. Jurnalistika va ommaviy kommunikatsiyalar universiteti talabalari bilan tomosha qilishayotganligini e'tirof etamiz.
So'ng tushib
Oldinroq edi. Cross.
ushbu zarbani kutdi Murodjon, faqat 12 raund so'ngida, 12-raund so'ngida
Artikul kabel yulduzlar tanlovi. Translyatsiya rasmiy homiysi Orient Finans Bank. Orient Finans Bank bilan barcha amalga oshirilajak jarayonlar juda ham oson.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision here on the sport totals. Judge ringside, Gerardo Martinez scores about 117 to 111. Judges Juan Carlos Pelayo and Mike Fitzgerald both scored about 118 to 110.
Inoyaga qarshi ko'pchilik to'liq raund o'tkaza olmadi.
The undisputed champion of the world, Inoya, the monster, Inoya.
Do'stlar, Inoya chempionlik kamarlarini o'zida saqlab qoldi. Albatta, Murodjon uchun mana bu darajadagi bokschi bilan jang qilish garchi mag'lub bo'lgan bo'lsa-da, uning uchun plus jihat. Uni endi yanada yaxshilanishadi yana ortida. Inoya uchun
munosib raqobat ko'rsata oldi.
Do'stlar, kayfiyatni tushirmaymiz. Albatta, Murodjonda yana imkoniyat bo'ladi.
Va eslatib o'tishimiz kerak,